Sound check 1, 2. Check, check. Mic check 1, 2. Check, check. All right, looks like we're live, guys. Wait for someone to come in and give me a sound check of my voice. Looks like it's all right. Mic check. Everything's the same, so it should be good. Should be good. Check, check. Mic check 1. All righty. Looks good. Looks good. Let's see if someone comes in, we can do a sound check here. Otherwise, we're going to get back into our application development. Close this window down. Let's close this window down. Let's close this down. I don't need this anymore. I was doing a little bit of Obsidian MD prior, which is kind of cool. Back to here. That to there. Slide that over there. That to there. Cool. Hope everyone's doing well, guys. Welcome back to Godot 4. Loading up my app here. And where are we? We are right there. All right, guys. Let's continue on here. Let's see what's going on here. So I think today I kind of want to get into a little bit of the opening these dice a little bit during combat here. I still need to do a little bit of these conversions, but these are just temp graphics. I'm not really going to be using these. Let's adjust the screen a little bit. Over like this. Over like this. And down. There we go. All right. Yep. Everything's out on Twitter now. Retweeted. Cool. That's gone. That's gone. All right, let's put on the music. I'm now excluding music from my VOD, so put this music on and see. Yeah, what sounds here. Cool. All right, let's see. Let's go into here. Middle mouse button move. Nice. All right, let's go back through. I'm going to remember where I'm leaving off here. Whoa. Oh, that took a little while. But when I roll initiative, wow, that is a hell of a hit. Oh, it's a double damage hit. Crit. 14 damage. I only have 20 health. Damn. All right. So once it's my turn, so that's one thing too we have to fix. So when I roll for initiative, I should only roll once. And then I should go back and forth until the combat ends. So let's put that over into, I'm doing some behind the scenes work. Someone introduced me, a couple people actually were using Obsidian MD. So this is kind of what I'm using here. So underneath the attack function, I want to do gather attacker and defender stats, roll versus initiative, roll versus armor, check to hit, roll damage, adjust stats. This should only be rolled once. So let's see, can I do this? Roll once per encounter. So this is kind of what we're doing right now. Rolling once per encounter. All right, let's see if we can figure this out. How do I save this anyway? I think it auto saves, but just to make sure. Okay, it looks good. We're looking good. We're looking good. Let me pull up the combat script. We don't need this. Oops. We don't need that. We don't need that open. Menu we don't need open. All right, we're working in this script right now. So let's go into the scripts. Let's pull up the combat script. Here we are again. All right, so initiative roll. Let's go to the main scene though. The main scene. I should map this out too. Let's map this out visually, I guess, using Obsidian 2. I want to know how it flows. So this is the combat section. So this is the diagram. So let's do this another diagram over here, maybe. See if we can figure this out. Let's see if we can figure this out. So I'm going to put down for combat. Let's create another one. Can I just do another one here? New note. Nope. We don't want a note. Shh. Yes, we have a note now. Delete. Here we go. New canvas. So we already have a canvas. So let's just do it on this one. So how do I add? Let's see. Drag a card. Is this just like this? So this is okay. So an encounter. Let's start with roll initiative. Yeah, we'll start with roll initiative. What I say. Oh, this can't expand. Actually, we can do it right from here. That's cool. Bam, just like this, just like this. What does this do? Oh. Oh, all right. All right. All right, so we have roll. So a combat happens and we roll initiative, right? So roll initiative. I want to put the functions in here too. So from roll initiative. Roll up. Roll initiative. So let's take this. I'm going to actually copy the functions too. Shrink this down a little bit like this. And let's move this over here like this. And let's move this over here like that. Oh. I can see them both actually. What I kind of want to do. All right, so roll initiative. Let's actually put the function in there. Make this a little bigger. Make it look pretty after. Can I increase the font size? Let's see, set color, zoom. All right, that's better. All right, so we start with roll initiative. That's actually the roll. Right away, it's going to pull the combat function. Son of a bitch, what the hell is that? The hell was that thing going on? So from here, it's going to call, let's see, can I just go like this and then do another one down here, add card. It's going to call on combat. All right, I'm going to call the combat. Initiative phase, combat, okay. Then it's going to call the encounters. So it kind of does, okay, so it does that, and then it does this. Just going to put it in order. Go from like this, add a new card, that, expand this to be the same size. Here we go. What is this thing here though? I don't know what this. What is this bar? Not on this one, but it's on this one. Oh, I see. It's another. I think because I have a. It was a because I had a space there. All right, I got it. All right, so it goes to monster. And then it does the results. Then it does the attack. Why isn't this centered now? Edit. I got like dog hair in my face. See. Can you hear the music playing? All right. No? You have your speakers, you don't have your headset on. Speakers up. And I got to get used to this app. All right, so it goes combat initiative, it does encounter, and then it goes into a combat attack. Then combat initiative, roll d20 combat roll. So here it's actually determining who wins. Who goes first? Oh, combat initiative roll. Wonder if I want to change that right away. I want to see if there's a way I can center this. Edit it. You're just not seeing it? All right. So from combat, it goes to combat attack. So let's pull up combat attack. Combat script. Combat attack. Actually, it does an AC check. I thought it did. No, it goes to combat attack. Combat attack. Attack does the AC check. Maybe I should pass in the stuff too. So I have pretty much everything there. I don't know. Maybe I'll add it after. Maybe I'll add it after. All right. So from combat AC check, it goes to the AC check. The AC returns the value, goes through here, and then adjusts the health. Then it goes to take damage. Okay. If it's a hit. Right. AC check, hit or miss. If it's a hit, it takes damage, and then that's the else if. Then I have the take. Okay, there's the take damage one. So that's it. So I need to like somehow connect this. So I want to make sure that this is like a full round of what I have installed so far, or what I have coded so far. But I think I need to break it where if the monster goes first, this is still the same. If the monster wins, I don't need to obviously get the, well, I still need to get the encounter, because that's going to be for the combat information. Then the attack. Then it's going to check armor class. And it's going to take damage. And then from there, I need to loop back to this point. To this point. This part keeps looping. I wonder if I can do that loop like this. Yep, so that keeps looping. Repeat. Okay. If perchance, I don't have this in yet, but if perchance the death, so actually this is going to come down here like this, and it's going to call, actually this is broken too. This is the monster track, because they're going to have an option to defend, heal, or flee. This is where the track's going to break. Take damage. Check death. That's going to be the same. Take this out. If there's no death, yeah, check death. If there's no death, so I'm going to break this off now. I'm going to add another card over here. Actually, I can just do it like this. No death. Goes back up to combat. If there is death, then it's going to come down to here. We're going to add another card, and then gain experience, or it's going to be gain experience. And encounter. Looks like it's up a little bit. Let's bring that down. Like that. Expand this a little bit. Like that. Okay. End encounter. If it's a player. If it's a monster, let's do if player. Now that's the same thing. So it would be here. Player. Let's see if we can move this whole thing over here. Like that. Then I wonder, can I do the same like this? Oh, look at this. Look at this shit. Wow. Add card. So if the monster kills the player, then it's pretty much end encounter anyway. Yeah, so this isn't, I don't need this then. So let's back this up. End encounter. Bring this down a little bit. That. Check death. If it's the monster, yeah, if it's, so this is going to be monster. Monster dies. Player gains experience and encounter. Actually, let's do it like this. This is how it's going to be splitting the tree. If the monster dies, the player gains experience. If the player dies, then it's going to be death. I have a death thing yet. Add. Experience death. Do I have death yet? I don't think I have checked death, but I don't have anything that's going to handle death. Player dies, experience death. And can I like copy this? Cool. Bring it down here. This is basically going to be end encounter. And this thing's sensitive. All right, that looks good. I don't wonder why this is so big though. Okay. So that's the thing. So in here though, let's see if we can drag this down from here. Can we drag this all down? Like this, because in here we're going to have a check. The check is going to be, there's additional options. Well, actually it's up here. Okay. Right. Combat attack. Counter, because this is going to be the cycle of the whole cycle. So they have a chance to attack. First time. Attack. Check armor class. So in here, yeah. So in here, there's going to be an option to do one of the other functions. So you can either heal, defend, or attempt to flee. Because this is the main attack. How do I want to pick that? Defend. I do this instead of doing defend. Can I just go like this? Nope. Nope, nope. let's put these all over here, what we need. So you can either defend, you can heal, or you can attempt to flee. And the flee is going to have a separate tree of itself. Flee is going to be actually down here. What is it? Check flee. Check flee. Mm-hmm. So this is specifically going to be for the monster. Check flee. If the monster is successful, the monster is successful. This is after it takes damage. It's not dead. I don't think this is the right flow, actually. Let's get these down here anyway. Get these major components here. So instead of attack, how can I depict instead of attack? So the monster, so attack phase comes, you have 3 options. Attack, defend. I guess I can shrink these down. But they're going to be kind of different. I shrink this a little bit, yeah. This can be up here. Either one of these can be done. Or check flee. Let's expand this out a little bit so I can see it. Instead of putting this here, I just put that over here like this. Let's put another one in here to make a decision. Action decision. There we go. So from here, they can do combat, defend, heal, or delete this. They can flee. Let's break this out. Let's break this component. Let's break this component. Move this down. This is kind of underneath the attack tree here. Let's move these over center. Move this over here. All right, so there's this decision tree now. I'm gonna make this go across. Oops. This whole thing. I don't know how to center it, so any of these center? Grid, zoom out, zoom in, fit, zoom, canvas. Do I have to like do like a certain thing here? Like I have to do like what the center is? I'm not sure. But for now, we'll keep it like this. So they have options. So from here, let's see if we can make all this work for all of these. Bring this up. I'm going to do another line to here. I'm going to do another line to here. I'm going to do another line to there. I like that. I like that. Looks kind of cool. Let's see. I'm going to look at that. That bothers me real quick. Let's do Obsidian MD help here. Format your notes. Or a center. Formatting. Not sure. Not sure. All right. So we'll do that after. All right. So from combat, the combat is the main one right here. So we're going to align this with combat. Connect this. This is done. Check. Now if they heal, they will roll. None of the heal stuff is actually written yet. Expand this out a little more. Right. This out a little bit. Like that. All right. So if they attempt to heal, and this could be the player or the monster. It depends what they heal with. Or do we want to keep it? Maybe we're just going to keep it like basic for now. So if they attempt to heal, we're just going to roll the dice and return back. So there's not going to be any failure on healing. So if they heal, it really depends on what they're using to heal with. Oops. This will be roll for heal. Adjust HP. Just call it adjust HP for now. Roll. Healing by item type. Okay, so from here it's ended. I'm going to put an actual end. If they're defending, kind of the same thing. If they're defending, I think the defend option is going to give them ability to increase armor class. Increase the ability to not get hit. So adjust, we'll call it adjust AC. Oh, I'm sorry, this goes over here. Adjust AC. And this will be an end. Actually, we'll just copy it from over here. Copy it like this. I like when they have snapping capabilities. I like stuff to be like aligned. All right. So that's the same thing. So this isn't written yet. It's just HP, but at least I'm thinking of the workflow. Once it's done, once this is done, it goes back to the main combat. So I should actually bring this back up to here. Can I bring this out like that? Can I zoom out? Can I make this line come out further? That doesn't work. If I shift on it, nope. If I alt on it, nope. Control shift, nope. Okay, we'll just go like this. Bring it all the way to the end like we originally planned. And let's, what is this? Okay, so this is this combat. So let's gonna bring this over here like this. And we'll zoom back in like this. Back over here like that. And round. End round. Okay, if they attempt to flee, so let's bring this up a little bit here. If they attempt to flee, and it's the monster, so this is going to be split. Well, it's going to be the same thing. So if it's the monster or the player, we're going to do a dexterity check. Son of a... Just going to call it check. Yo, R Dizzle, what's up, man? Check dex. Check dex. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, definitely. What's happening? What's happening? I'm going to go chill with my family. I'll be on later. Thanks for stopping in, dude. Thanks for the double tab up. I'll be checking your stream out, too. How did you enjoy the games today? Or what he was actually playing? I think it came from Young Steels, right? If I remember. I think it was Young Steels. Streets. I was close. I was close. Young Streets, yeah, that's cool. I had to watch a little bit of it. I actually just I just bought it earlier today, so I didn't want to watch too much of it because if I pick that, I don't know how much of the storyline changes. But thanks, dude. Yeah. Go enjoy the time with the family. I'll catch you later on. Oh, yeah. Llama, what's up? What's up? Buenos noches, señorita. What's going on? So this is monster or player. Check the dexterity check. If it's successful, then they attempt to flee. Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, my pleasure. Hope it helps. We'll put this over if it's... Okay, so if it's... Put this over here. We'll put this... How did you end the Minecraft? It fails. If it's a failure... end round. Actually, we'll need this over here. Ardizzle, thanks for coming in, dude. Let me shout you out real quick. I'll shout you guys both out. Shout out at Dizzle here. I met Ardizzle today in Young Streets stream. They were playing who was playing the new Hogwarts Harry Potter. Both cool dudes. And then Llama is also a streamer. Streams a variety, but I seem to do, I think you do Minecraft, I think you do chatting, I think you do Grand Theft Auto 5RP, and I know you definitely do Fortnite. So variety streamer, definitely give those guys a follow if you're not following them already. Cheers, man. Cheers. End round. So dexterity. Failed. End round. So if they fail, yeah, this is what I think I was going to change. Oh, I can do that. Okay. I think I'm going to put this over here. If it fails. Damn it. I got to get used to this. Like this. If failed, end round, and then an end round ends up going back up to here. If it's successful, that's it. So it's kind of the same though. If it's successful, end round. Right? Wouldn't that be the same? Wouldn't that be the same? So if someone, if a player's trying to flee or a monster and they're successful, combat's over. So it's the end of the round. End combat. This is actually end combat, where that is actually end round. So this wouldn't be there. It's just done at this point. Where this would be end round. They failed. End round. But in the fail, okay, before I do this, so let's do this up here. If they failed, there's a chance. I gotta get so used to this. I'm like dragging shit all over the place. If they failed, there's a chance for check additional attack. Meaning the monster or the player tried to flee, meaning they turned their back on their enemy. If they failed, at that point, there is a additional attack that the player or a monster can get. And if that's successful, then it can, that would be actually over here. I wonder if I can route that without fucking all this up. I should have put flee. Let's see, can I move this whole thing? If I take this, cut it, and I put it like paste, drag this over here, and I can put the fail over here. And this can come up over here, be at this level, way over there. That means when I do an additional check, I could just plug back into this combat sequence here. Yeah, it would be checking. Do I want to check the armor class again, or do I just want to roll a dex check? What do you guys think? Should I roll an armor class check again? See if you can hit the guy's, armor class. So if I'm wearing, if I have like a 12, I have to roll a 13 or above. Or do I just roll against the animal's dexterity and have to get lower than the dexterity or within the dexterity range? So if the mob has like a 10 dexterity and that person attempts to flee, it would have to roll 10 or less to successfully hit the person. Yes. I think I'll probably do I think I'm going to do the dex check again. This makes sense. Let's see. Attempt to flee, monster or the player, check the dex. If they're successful, then the combat ends. If it's a fail, check additional check. Could just do another dex check like right here. No, I think I'm going to do with the armor class check. Keep it consistent. If it's a failure, then it will go to there. Then I'll do the armor class check, hit or miss, take damage, check for death, and do all that fun stuff. Okay. If it's a success, then it's end of combat. Where did I have end of round? So if they successed, yeah. Okay, that's going to come back up over there, so I don't need it on this side then. And then over here, bring this back over. Means we can bring this back over like that. If they heal, roll, adjust HP, end round. And this will come back up over here. All right, so I think this is what I need to code now. What the hell? Let's color code these as a couple different colors here. These can be all different. All different. So those are the next phase of options you can do, and then you go down into the individual trees. Or I can mark it to be, I think I should put like same color. Like this is all the, yeah, I think I like that. This is all the defend tree. This is all of the combat tree. Yeah. This is going to be a nice, green. Now the healing will be green. This would be orange. This would be green. Actually, let's change this to purple because that's orange. There we go. Can I bold this? That do? I don't know. I think it can do commands here, but I'm not sure, like, that just bold it? No. All right, so we did that, combat check. Let me make sure the action here. So if it's a failed, check dex if it failed. Gonna roll the armor class, hit him. Okay, that's good, End encounter. All right. All right. What's going on, guys? What's up? I'm playing music because I did get the Go XLR to work with removing it from VODs. I've tested it before my stream. So hopefully when I'm done with this stream, it will still be out of the VODs. And if it is, then beautiful. I'll probably play music live from now on, not have it in the VODs. A little cooler, a little bit more recognized music. You're less likely, I think, to get a DMCA strike if someone comes in live, maybe, per chance. I mean, there's huge streamers that run it, so I'm insignificant when it comes to thousands and thousands of people and what they're playing on their stations. They're probably more heavily looked at. But if per chance I do get a question to not play it anymore, then I just won't play it anymore. I'll go back to DMCA free. But I do like to have the music playing that I enjoy. Keeps me motivated, keeps me going on. The cool thing too with the XLR is I actually have it, so I have a separate volume control. When you do it the way that I did it, and you can't do it through XSplit, so I had to go back to OBS. I can manually adjust the volume independently, which is cool. I wanted that feature because if I wanted to play my music loud and I'm just zoning out, I can still moderate it lower in the chat because I don't want the music blasting. I don't like channels that you go into the stream and the music blasting and you can't hear the person if they're trying to talk. Hopefully this music is kind of just at a small, you should be able to hear it, but not too loud and overpowering. So according to my meter, my voice is way over the music, so that should be cool. All right, so this automatically save. All right, so let's go back into the coding now. The problem that I'm having with the coding, so let's shrink this down. Let's bring our coding window back up here. I want to at least get through some of this. Let's bring this down, a little splinter down here. I wish Godot actually maintained where you have it positioned. But every time I close it down and reopen it, it tries to go full screen again. The same thing happens with Blender. I'm not sure why. It just doesn't save the settings. It tries to go full screen. I have a 49-inch monitor, so it just doesn't make it practical. All right, so let's come back up to here. The problem I need to get into is I'm going to follow this chain now. So the initiative roll just does that. Armor class just does that. The attack is where we need to start gathering information. So I gathered the information now from the encounter, from the player. Now we're cycling through combat. So let's do if the monster wins. Let's follow a monster track here. Roll for initiative. Mob roll. This returns back. If the results, that just shows hit or miss. Here is where the string is done. The attack. If attacker is player, then the mob. So this is where the mob actually attacks first right here. I'm gathering the player's armor class, printing that out. I'm checking for armor class hit or miss. I'm defining who's the attacker and who's the defender, what the current hit points are. And then we're going into the check hit. From the armor class check, I get that return back. If it's a hit and check hit is equal to 20, so this is double damage. Oh, that's fine. I had that commented right there. Call combat function, take damage, okay. Oh, this is where I should probably work on death then, because I need to work on the other conditions if that happens, not just cycling through one round, because you might not even get through a round of combat. So let's check for death if that happens. So we take damage, we're returning the damage here. That's in the main script. Doing the same thing if it's a normal hit. There's no difference between monster or player, which is cool. So we'll come back over here when I get it returned. Combat attack counter. Where is the ending? Where is the actual take damage? Returns, okay. Else of the player. Go back up here. This is the initiative one, so it's still in the attack one. So let's save this. Which part is actually okay? So the attack. Here's the encounter, and the attack roll starts here. So do I do anything with returns? I don't do anything with return here, okay. Or do I want to have it in the attack? Keeping it in combat, I think I do. Right below take. Or should I have it in take damage? Let's check take damage and see what I return. Take damage. I'm returning an array because I could just say in the take damage script. No, I want to have it check. I want to have it check for death. So after it takes damage, return. Yeah. So return. Yeah, I think I should handle it here. Trying to think how I want that to work. If it takes damage here and the damage is more than what the person has, should I send a check here to death? Like right here, new hip. I could send it right here. Or I could just keep this just taking damage and sending back the results. That way I'm not doubling up on functions. So, okay, so this goes back to return an array, take damage. It's sending this stuff back. Let me just copy this. Copy. This is in the take damage one, so this right here. This is a critical. Take damage critical. And it's going to return damage. And do the new, and it's going to do new experience. Okay, new hit points. And take damage, or the attack one is going to be sent back with the defender and new HP. So let's track that back to here. Defender and new HP, and I don't do anything with it at that point. Yeah, so returns. So I think here, if it's death, turns. Going with this print turns. Because if this returns, this should return. If I call the combat attack, this is going to return an array. This is the array, so it's going to send back the defender and the new HP. That's what I'm expecting to print out, which is okay. So I'm expecting this to print out this. That's okay. If it does that, then I could actually take that at that point and check for death. Well, let's just see if this happens here. Start this. Wow, that was another double. All right, so let's go until one of the bars, I die or it dies. Okay, returns mob 2. So that's about right. It has 2 hit points. Attack. Okay, so there it is. Returns. Okay. So that would work then. So, okay. All right, so I think I can do at the end. All right, so I want to make sure this is just the first round, though. That's what I still have an issue with. This is just the first round because it's just the initiative round. But I guess there is a chance to die during the initiative round. I can do check death. Would be combat. See, I don't know if I want to do that, though. Because I'm already in the combat script. Why don't I just check it here? And this would be the same. Actually, I could just put it on. Oh, we'll put it right there. We'll put it right there. Same thing for this one. Check for death. So let's take it off that one because I don't think I would want to keep going back and forth. I think I'm going to return whether it's something else to end the initiative round, and then I'll have to pick up something to carry in it into the next round until it actually something happens. A death does occur. So let's do that from here because we already have the results. So from here, what does my check death need to be? My check death needs to be, I'm going to send in an integer. I'm going to send in, do I even need to do that? I'm like, I already have the stats. So if I already have the stats, could I? No, I want to keep it a separate function, even though it's kind of the same thing. But so health. So we need the current. Need I think max health. Actually, no, I don't even need to do that. The death would only occur if the hit points are 0 or if it's a negative number. So this is going to be pretty small. This I really only need to send in current HP. Current HP is going to be an integer. And it's going to return a Boolean. Ooh, look at this. I'm going to use a Boolean. That's freaking cool. The Boolean uppercase, bool. Ooh. Boolean. Boolean? The string thing. String. Bool. Why is that not liking it? Okay, because it's not returning it. Okay. So this is just gonna check. So if current underscore HP current underscore this is such a funny function. If current HP, let's put this in quotes. Parentheses, I mean, if current underscore HP is less than or equal to 0, you define the Boolean first. Boolean results. Oh, I actually don't even need to do that, I don't think, right? I think I can just return true or false. Results. Oh, I think I can do that, right? Or can I just return true? False. If register, return true. Something like that, I think. Would that work? Right? That would work, right? If it's less than or equal to 0, return true. No, because I think it's always going to return else. I'm going to put an else in there. Just to separate them out, because I think that would automatically... No, I think it would return... The way that would work is it would return true. And then I think if I didn't have the else, it would return false. What would it return and get out of there? I'm putting the else in anyway. All right. So up here, the only thing I need to do, again, it's so simple, but I might have to expand that depth too. It's kind of funny because I can do the calculation right in here, but again, I don't want to have them blended. The attack is just the attack. If it's death, I want it outside of here. So I could do something like this. So I'm going to basically do check death, and I'm going to send in new HP. This is going to be death check equals var death check equals that. Could define this higher, right? Var death check equals oh, we're gonna be careful what I'm doing here. var death check is going to be Boolean. I'm going to put false. Death check equals that. It's going to return a Boolean. Then I'm going to return vendor, and then death check would be true or false. All right. So when it comes back, I'm still getting a return back. Print returns. So this should now be the attacker and then true or false. Let's see. Let's see. Do you wrong? Do. So that was a miss. Back. Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh, we got to lock up. Holy sh. Oh, I can't get to it. I can't get to it. Uh-oh. Is it going to recover? Oh, let's see what happens. Boolean int is an operator not equal to. All right, let's kill this client. Hopefully that lets me. Get back to the app. Kill it this way. There we go. All right, so I need to do a conversion when it returns. Okay, so it's not comparing. Oh, is it current? No, no, no. Okay, that would have been a failure anyway, but it's actually new HP. Oh, that's take damage. Shake your tree. Check death. Yeah, so no, okay, so I'm doing it right. So new HP. We'll send this back as a string, I guess. Int. I think because I'm actually defining it. No, I'm defining it up here. Oh, so that's right. Shouldn't that work if I'm doing check death? This is a Boolean equals the results of this. And the results of this is coming back as a Boolean. I think that would work. Why won't that work? Ah, still didn't like it. Let's see what the error is once this thing gets out of the way. Invalid operand string and int in operator not equal to. Okay, so here it is. String. Actually, I don't need this anymore. Under HP. Because I'm checking. I don't think I need this anymore. So I'm checking for death now in the take damage part. I don't need that. Let's see if this will actually correct that. All right, so I did a big chop, or it did return successfully. That, oh, you can't see it. Son of a all around. So you can see in the bottom, it did go through a check. The mob was the defender, and it did not die. Returned to false. I attack it again. So here it did fail again. Go move this out of the way. Okay, set value on progress bar with value of string type. Okay. All right. We can adjust that. Okay. Okay, because we didn't adjust it how we did it before. We don't even need these functionality anymore. Because we changed it up here with different signals. Find the queen. Yeah, let me go up to the signal. I don't think we did the mob health yet. Oh yeah, mob bar health, connect, mana, stamina bar, update. Yeah, I need to change these over too. Can keep those there for now. We're not really dealing with mana or stamina yet. So this is what we need to do. Health.current. But we need to do that for the player. So that would be in the combat part when they take damage. Turning it. So from the return of take damage, let's find that. Is the attack. Is to take damage. Where is it? Flee, defend, attack. Update health bar. Okay. Mob health bar. Okay. Yeah, so this is the only value that really needs to be changed right here. And this would be the encounter. Passing in the encounter. Did I do the encounter? Let's check the counter stats. It's monster. Get encounter. Counter stats. Encounter stats. Where are my pat? Let's do update. All right, so update health bar. Where are we calling this from? Target and value. Update health bar. Okay, just these two. So let's go back to the main combat script. Actually, I just need to know how to call the encounter that I'm working with here. Or can I do that because of the set value? So it'd still be dot set value new value. I just need to know how to reference the monsters character HP with the monster. Oh, let's look at the model here. Here's my encounter. Class stats. Could be the stats, but where am I pulling? I might need to expand what I send in. Why can't I think of where this is? Let me see. Where am I doing my other encounters? Let's see. Counter. Counter description. Okay. So I might need to send. No, I shouldn't have to do that because if the bar is the bar. Yeah, I don't need to do that. I just need to do this. What's the actual monster bar right here? So it's just mob HP. It's just mob HP. There it is. I was making it a little too complicated. All right, so that's that. Okay, so that should fix that then. Actually, don't need to do any other calls to that node. Just so I know I'm doing it in code properly. Let's click on this. Go to the nodes and just make sure, okay, none of it's connected. Okay. Let's go to the bottom of this script then. We actually don't need this stuff at the bottom. We don't need any of this stuff. Is it this? Is it K? Yep. Function on bar not found in the base. On bar health value changed. Commented out. Commented out. And on health bar changed. Ender. I don't need this either here. Vendor equals player. Yeah, so it'd be the same thing. So it'd be character HP dot set value to HP. Make sure that's it's the same thing. This would be mob underscore HP dot set value new HP. I think that's what we're doing, right? Combat defender. So no, is this getting it? If the player equals defender. Why would we do it here? I'm not following what I was trying to do here. Defender. Combat. This is for the attack. Returns combat. Okay, so this is on button press. On button press. This is from the player then. The player hits the attack button. We're doing combat attack, player and counter holders, which is passing in the stats. Okay, player. Go back over here. Counter, okay. Coming through here, if player. Yep. Yep, checking for death. Yep, returning that. Returning back to here. Returns. Our defender equals returns 1. Defender equals defender's HP is returns 2. I think this whole stat thing is wrong. So I'm returning. I need to return HP 2. Okay. I return back death check. All right, so let's put this over on that side so I know what I'm dealing with. Over here, I'm returning back. Results is now equal to this. Defender is the up. So that's assigning the defender. Assigning the defender's HP. Printing that out. If defender is the player, then the player is going to take damage. Now we should have new HP returned back. This would be results are, oh, so that would be 1. Okay, so it would just be defender HP. Same thing for here. All right. Then I should do var death check. Shouldn't call it the same as death. We'll just call it death equals returns 2. If, and then we'll check it right here. We can print that out fine. If death, I think I can just do if death, right? If death equals true, print the defender died. Else adjust the bar. It's a lot of code. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. I think that might work. All right, there it is. Did it print out death though? So what happened here? What did I fight? Oh, I fought a badger. So the badger, let's look at the stats here. So rolled the stats, rolled an animal. The mob was a badger. The armor class was 10. I rolled a 17. Attack is the player. Mob HP is a 3, so that makes sense. I rolled a 1d8. I got a 6. Okay, so mob health modified -3, returns mob 3-0. But it didn't show a death though. It was a true. Because I didn't do the attack part. It died on the initiative roll. Invalid index 2. Invalid index 2. Oh, what is this? Oh, returns. Yeah. Returns. I'm returning 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Let's go back and check. I am returning it right because I see the value. Death, defender, return, strength, death check. Let's go back. Where was the error on that? Oh, that's not it. Oh, I'm in the wrong script. Here we go. If death. I guess I can print it out, man. I don't get why it's not print results. Results printed. Run it again. I'm not sure why that actually. Cool thing is I fought a. Oh, it doesn't like something. Cool thing is I fought a badger with small hit points. Results. Oh, returns. My bad. All right, took some damage. So there it is. So player. I'm the defender. Yep. I took 1 point of damage. I start with 20, so it's 19. I'm not dead. That's true. Okay. Well, that's false. It's true, but it's returning false, which is right. All right, let's see. So I attack the player, a swarm of poisonous snakes. Missed. Now I'm on the attack button. So I wonder if the attack button logic is different. Yeah, so the attack button logic is different than the initiative logic. So let's check out why that's the thing. And this is where I'm at. So I'm doing the attack button. So maybe I don't have the right. Yeah, so I do have encounter holder. I'm sending in combat. Counter holds is global. Turns. If defender is player. Yo. And that is set value, right? Should go over to set value. Oh, I think I know. I think I know what's going on here. Oh, that's right. That value. I didn't think it was a function at first, so that's why it was failing, but it is set value. Because that was working before on the player. Update health bar. So the updates are working, so it's not that. So it's definitely so it's not this part, because this is actually true. So the issue lies in here with the array. So this is sending this in. So maybe I'm not getting the results back. So let's go to check combat again. This is if the attack button returns combat. I'm sending in player and then counter holder. So this is combat. Let's do combat attack. Combat attack. Okay, let's look at this. That is true. I'm sending in the attacker. In this case, it's the player, and I'm sending in the dictionary, which is all the stats of the monster I'm fighting. That's good. Calculates a defender. Yep. This is the case where I'm gonna do. So if it is the player, defender equals that, the encounter. So yep, so I'm pulling the encounter's armor class, predetermined by the dictionary that I'm pulling the mob from. Print the mob, encounter description. Okay, so that works. We're not doing this. We're doing a combat armor class check. If attacker is player, what it is, defender is mob. Current HP equals HP. Is that right? Or is that actually, yeah, that's right. Current player, attacker is player, mob, okay, defender. Else, attacker, okay, so it's not that. If the check, or are we doing the attack here? All right, combat AC check, okay. We're doing check hit. Check hit is a hit. And second result, which is a dice roll, is a 20. Double damage, take damage, defender, current HP, critical 8, okay? Yeah, I mean, all this logic looks... Why is it not switching over? See, it only does that. So this should have actually stopped here. This should have actually stopped here. So I roll initiative one time, and then it should break out of that loop. But here we have a monster, wins the initiative, it attacks, it hits, I take damage, the bar goes down. After that point, roll initiative should become disabled, and the attack bar, attack, defend, and help flee should be active. So let's check that out. If I lose initiative, slowly track this shit down. So here's the initiative roll, return player roll. Yeah, returns. Okay, so I'm returning player roll. So let's follow this. Go up to initiative. Initiative. So this is if the player wins, but this is if the monster wins. We do all of this, and then returns, print returns. This is where I need to go to here. I need to disable the buttons. End initiative round, enable player combat action buttons. And I already do that up here, so I'm going to take just these ones. And I'm going to go like this. This is going to enable set disabled false, and then this is disabled, set disabled true. Get rid of this stuff. So this should mean if the monster wins initiative, at all. It should enable my buttons, and then it should enable my attack action buttons or combat action buttons, and then disable the initiative. Roll initiative. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so I can't do initiative anyway. So that's cool. That's exactly how I want it to work. So I'm fighting a hill giant, by the way. So let's look at our stats down here. So here's the, yep, so doing the stats. Let's see right here. These are my health bars. Roll, so for initiative roll, I rolled a 13, it rolled a 19, and then total roll 51. This is the roll for the type of encounter, so I rolled a 51, which is from the humanoid table. And then at player AC, I set my AC, total roll 4, return that. Cool. Cool. And from here, if I do attack now, we're going to run into an error, but at least I know that it's correct, which means I might not be sending any encounter stuff. But let's see what this is. Invalid index 2 on base array. Right here. It doesn't like that. Let's check how I'm returning a monster. Turns. So let's look at combat, attack. What is it returning? Combat, attack. Returning an array. The array that is returning is this. If it's a player, are these both the same? Vendor, new HP, and a string, a boolean converted to a string. Oh, right here. Okay, okay. Yeah, it was failing on the else. If it was a miss, it was failing. False. There it is. That's a bug right there. It was expecting 3 values to be returned in the array. I was only returning 2. I think that might have been it. Yeah, that was it. All right, so we have a death. We have a death returned. Well, I thought a warg too, a warg. Eventually I'll make these, I should start working on graphics too, but once you roll for initiative, this nameplate will change. It would be kind of cool to see the different types of graphics that I'll have there. All right, so let's walk through what we had here, because I still don't see the print statement here. For encounter roll, so I rolled a 2. It rolled a 14. It went first. It rolled a 84 for the monster table. Pulled a random monster, which was a warg. My AC, total roll of 4. Returns player 0 fault, so I'm not dead. Mob AC is 13. Total roll 3. Attacker's player, mob hit points is 26. Results printed here. Mob 0 fault. So I think there was something that didn't work right. This should end too. So I'm not adjusting the bar right. End. Flee. So the flee roll is there. Now I just need to check an AC check on that, but let's see how that works. About 10 minutes. I'm wondering if I want to attack this. Yeah, let's attack this before I open up, because I am going to still click this button. This button is probably only going to be doing... trying to think, do I want to give them the option to press this button, like the attack button? Or is the attack button going to basically say, roll the D20, click on the D20 dice for an attack? This would only be like an announcement, at least for attack, then defend, roll for dexterity. It would go to this one. A heal would go towards whatever the item is. A flee would be a dex check too. All right, let's do, this would be a simple thing anyway. Let's go to here. Let's go to on button press. I'm going to send a message. Click the D20 to roll for roll. Click the D20 to roll for the attack. Then here we would do the dice. Let's see what the dice are. What's the image for the dice? I got to check that out. I think I put it on ready. Yep, 20. Here, press. Here would be set that is disabled is false. So now I need to do so this is going to simplify. This is going to change the workflow actually. Because now if they press attack, it's going to roll a 20. And I think I have a button already set up on that. Let's see. What is the button for this? On 20. Okay, on 20, press roll. This is going to enable the button. Enable the D20 for rolling the attack. That's actually done. But here I think, so this is going to enable the button and they're going to click on the button. So let's see what the button does. The button should return a number, which means, yeah, that's a whole different workflow. Might clean this up a little bit because when they press the 20 button, it's going to return a result. It's going to return a number. And when I get that number, I'm going to compare that against AC check. Means I would still do combat, but I would send in the results of that. So this would actually be, what is that button called? Oh, on button press. I wonder what would return that though. How would I know? How would I know like what? How would I know what this value is to pick up from here? This is just enabling the button. When it enables the button, the action is going to be... Actually, this is the only thing. So all of this functionality is actually... No, I don't want it to go there. I think this might break out to another... all of this stuff in here is going to break out to a different workflow. All of this code not going to be in here then. It's going to be called down from this button. This button will call, oh, because it can't be. Trying to think, because it's going to be a different, you're going to roll a d20 for a different thing, so it can't be attached only to attack. All right, it's 10 o'clock, so I'm going to actually be wrapping up. Let me see if this actually works first, though. So if I lose initiative, if I win initiative, the attack button and this d20 should light up. Okay, I lost initiative fighting against an ogre, so that's okay. When I do attack, though, that lightens up. Action, click the d20 to roll for a successful attack. So I hit d20. It's going to return a d20 results. I love how that works. Once it returns the results, it should go back to disabled. So let's do that part. Yeah, all of this combat stuff. Luckily, I thought of that workflow change. All of this combat stuff is going to be shifted into a different function. Once it does that, we're going to do a d20 roll, and then we're going to turn it back off. That disabled true. This is going to be for pretty much all of these. Might as well do that now. d12 dot set disabled true. d10 dot set disabled true. d8, d6, and d4. All right. So that actually should do that. Yeah, because I'm even seeing an extra combat roll. So the initiative isn't ending. Let's do this actually. Let's finish that round. The same thing I did for the monster on initiative roll needs to happen for if the player wins, because the initiative roll shouldn't be more than one roll per encounter. What did I do for the, I think I disabled the button, which I did. So if the player wins, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to disable the button. That would prevent this cycling through another round in initiative. All right, so if I win initiative, these would light up, which is true. I won initiative, 17. I'm fighting a badger again. This is, it's still here though. What is this? What is trying to attack? Encounter was missed, rolled an 8. I didn't even roll anything yet. So let me check my print statements here. This is probably just a print statement doing this. Roll initiative. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, let's check the attack. Did I miss the? Encounter 22 badge, armor class 10. Oh, I'm not getting the roll. Total roll 8. So I'm missing an attack damage here somewhere. I'm getting in the message handler. Counter was missed. I think it's this statement here. That would be return. So this isn't even printing. I'm returning out of here first. So let's do this. That's kind of funny. So my returns were above there. Normal hit. Grit. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Roll initiative. That's still trying to roll. Total damage 8. So total roll is a 3 out of 8. So I did a 1d8. I did 3 damage. It did successfully do it. Oh, it hit me. Okay. All right, it hit me. Okay. Fighting a brown bear. I rolled a 1 initiative. It rolled a 12. Encounter wins initiative. Encounter has attack. That's normal. Did a normal hit. Counters AC 5, which is my... I should change that to be my HP, my armor class. 5. Hit. Rolled 8. Player took 3 damage. I went from 20 to 17. That's really good debug info. I like that. If I hit attack here, this button should light up. And this is where it does right here. So somehow it's looping back into combat. Player is mob. When I roll the dice, roll the 15, that should go up against armor check. All right, so I still have that one action there. When I click the attack button, no, when I click the, when I click the attack button, it goes into an encounter was missed. So I gotta see if I can figure that out. It's past 10, but I want to just see if I can fix this one thing here. So here, initiative, counter. We're not doing any calls here. We're just getting the stats, combat, initiative roll. Where's the ace? You win the initiative. Okay, so here's the combat roll. Combat attack, and then I'm the player. Combat, attack, I'm the player. So this would execute. Is okay. See that there. Brown bear, armor class 11. And then it would come to here to do the check. Combat AC check. Combat AC check is... I gotta put these in order so I don't have to keep scrolling through them. That's take damage. This is here. It's just returning hit or miss. Return. So this would execute. Attacker is player. Mob HP. Okay. Just putting out stats. All right. If it's a hit. Now if I... Okay, that's just setting this up. And I'm taking the roll. If it's a 20, then do this. It wasn't a 20. If it's a anything other than that, it's above the armor class, then this. Why do I even need this second one? I don't even need this second check. Why the fuck do I need this one here? What are we doing with check hit? Oh, I'm checking the dice roll, so I don't even need this. Why would I care at that point? It's a normal. So if it's not a 20, I'm checking it here. Yo, Toxic, what's going on, brother? Let me make sure I get this right. So if I'm coming in here, yeah, right here, I would only need to check the dice roll here. I don't need to check it here because if it's not a 20, then it's a normal hit. Okay. Then I come down here, health check, done, normal, took damage, return that. Okay, that's normal. So I think it might be here. If I miss, just going to check this out. I'm going to explicitly define it here. Else. Either hit or miss. I mean, this should actually work, but I think there might be something strange. Hit. Not all code paths return a value. Else. Actually, I need to return. I wonder if something happened with I'm gonna do a debug line here. Print something else. All right, let's see. I'm following a bug right now. I'm actually changing the entire flow of combat the way I wanted it to. So when I roll initiative only happens once. I roll initiative, and it's going to check. It's going to do a roll, and it's going to pull from the dictionary what I'm actually fighting. So I'm fighting a flesh golem. Whoa. So we both rolled a 15. I rolled a 15. It rolled a 15. I gave it to the player. If it's 15... If the player matches the monster's roll, I'll give it to the player as a winning. Otherwise, whoever rolls highest. So you win initiative, select one of the 4 combat action buttons. So this is what it shouldn't do. So it's already continuing with combat. I think maybe because I'm not halting it there. Okay, let's check that out. If I win initiative, yeah, because I need to move that code. Let's go up here. So if I win an initiative check, if the player wins initiative, where is my thing? So if the player wins initiative, this shouldn't happen. Yeah, this is what's happening right here. So this shouldn't happen yet. Because it was going right into combat where I wanted them to be able to click the button based on what they want to do. So this shouldn't happen yet. I'm going to take this out. Take this out. We're going to enable the button. That's all it's going to do. I'm going to wait for a response. If the monster wins, it's going to automatically cycle through everything. It's going to try to attack the player. So now if we go to the bottom, if we go back to when they click the action button. Okay, so it would be here. So this is what I need to determine. I'm just going to do a space here. This is what I need to put here. It's not going to go here, but I'm going to put a comment here. If the player decides to attack, roll d20, then check AC or combat. I think the combat one. So I do need to modify, because the first part of combat, which is the attack one, I'm sending in who the attacker is and the encounter information. Pull into player stuff, that's fine. It cycles through all of that. But this is where it's doing an armor class check within that combat function. And I kind of need to compare the armor class check with the D20 roll. So here would be check the returned AC roll versus D20 die press roll from player. Yep. But that's only if it's the player. If player, check the combat roll. So I need to add this to do. So that would allow me to use the D20 roll, pass that in. But it's being pulled from here, which is okay. I'll pass it in as a variable, but this is only enabling the button. When they press the button, I'm not doing anything with that value. But I have to be careful again because I have to have another function to do create another function which handles types of die rolls, returns results. So the reason why I have to do this is if they win initiative, they click the attack button, then they get to roll the dice. When they roll the dice, this is a global when they press the button. It only becomes available when I enable it. But there's nothing linking it to it being rolled. So I'm going to roll it for dexterity checks. I'm going to roll it for combat. I'm going to roll it for this or that. So I need to somehow have this return back to, or maybe this initiative will check the return results or something. This is the workflow I want it to be like. Initiative roll. I win initiative, right? Notice the dice are still grayed out. You guys can see that, right? The dice are still grayed out. If I hit attack, notice then it highlights, okay, roll a D20 dice. When I do the D20 dice, this starts the combat phase. D20, I rolled an 18. I'm going to send that 18 into the combat. Or it's actually going to, it's going to send it into the combat. The combat calls the AC check. Or maybe I should do the AC check before combat. No, AC should be a part of combat. But let me think about this for a minute. I'll be right back in a second, guys. I'll be back in a moment. All right, guys. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Ah. Guess I'll have to figure that out. Is how I want to actually call that and do what with that dice roll? How am I going to link the dice rolls? That's an independent button. Not returning anything. I just wanted to. Well, I actually do need to return it somewhere. So I do need to modify these. Yeah, I need to figure out how to link that flow. My chair keeps rolling back. I'll have to think on it. I'll have to think on it, guys. That's where I'm in the stream, but next time I'm gonna work on how to actually connect that workflow, because it's kind of independent right now. So this button right here, oops, these buttons are independent functions, and they're kind of just standalone right now. Right now, they're only printing output to this action panel. But I need to have some logic that when these buttons are pressed, I need to understand why they're pressed. Yep, that's one thing. I need to understand why the button was pressed, and then I need to send that value to some place. And I could send in that logic. I think that's one way to do it. No, that couldn't, yeah, because right now these are agnostic. They're unaware of why they're being pressed. That's the problem. So I need to think of that, how I'm going to do that. Because when I click the attack button, I'm enabling this button, and that's all it's doing. This is still an independent button. All of these are. So when they press on this button, I need to somehow figure out what I'm doing with that. Gonna be fun. It is possible. I'll figure it out. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. Quick stream because it's during the week. I go to work at 0500 hours, so that's kind of fast. Comes early. So thank you for hanging out. I think I only have a few followers here, so we're gonna skip the raid. Yeah, Toxic, thanks for stopping in, dude. You should already be in bed, but I know how you are. Oh man. Let me check on the other side if not sure how many followers I have over there that are how many viewers. We got 5. I guess that's something. I'll try to do a raid over there. Let me see who's actually on. Not a lot of people are on either. Boom, 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 boom. All right, guys, I'll send you guys over on that side. Let me close this shop. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Have a great night.